Hi, I'm Kassi. Um, I receive a lot of visions. I'm just going to go over a little background because I'm actually kind of doing an introduction right now because I've got a lot of visions and a lot of conversations the Lord just poured onto me over the past 5 months. And it either does I receive visions that are a bunch of symbols that are almost like God likes to speak in riddles, or at least to me he does. And I will go back and I'll ask Lord, what does this mean on these visions? I'll like write down the whole vision, and then I'll go in order saying, I received this vision and this is what I saw first, and then I'll just do what I saw first to what I saw last, going pretty much word by word, receiving what the Lord is trying to tell me with each symbol that I received. Um, and then whenever this happens, I have a complex, almost like a whole conversation, or the Lord just, it's crazy how this works. Um, but when I received this gift, it was after I prayed a prayer of I was asking the Lord if I would receive the gift of discernment, and I thought I was going to receive a different gift. But what I ended up having, I started receiving that particular night. I had 4 dreams, very strong, very powerful dreams. Remember them to the T, and then I also received visions throughout the dreams. So I would have a dream, see visions coming to my eye, and then another. And basically, visions are just images flashing before your eyes. Sometimes it's a flash vision where you just see a picture. Sometimes it's just pictures with pictures. And what that happens is you just see, for example, this is one of the visions I had. I seen this particular vision. I seen an army. I had this army marching, and then I seen the drummer boy like kind of turn around and then went with the march. Went with this army, and then the next image was a single shoe with a sock, kind of turning in a certain way. And then I seen right after that was a flash of a bear reading a paper looking at me. And then the next part was little skulls walking down, pushing, no, skeleton men walking down, pushing a huge skull. And then the last part of the vision was the lid to the straw. Now, these visions will not make sense to you, and it doesn't make necessarily sense to me. So I have to go to the Lord and pray, and then I'll receive a message through him. And through these messages are pretty complex messages. And it either involves a particular person, involves it's kind of like the God warning you over a situation in life, whether it is drinking alcohol to for your sorrows, or a husband and wife. It's talking about marriage. There's, and I get several of these as well. And then I also get these prophetic ones, the ones that are about to come. And this is what I'm starting today is basically I'm going to read. I have visions basically of the 7 seals. So I'm going to start off with the 4 horsemen, which is the first, second, third, and fourth seal. I'm going to go and do that in the next video I'm about to show you. But to give you an example of a vision and what I received through it, 2 nights ago I received 2 visions. The first one was personal, and basically it was a field with purple wildflowers, and that was a personal one. The next one is basically a prophetic one, and what I seen was a little Asian girl in a school dress. And then whenever I was asking the Lord what this meant, he said, basically we have a thing where it says person, place, or thing. And so I was going asking if it was a person. It was no, place, no, thing, yes. And then I have to think what the thing is. And so the word ring kind of I asked if it's ring, and the Lord said yes. And I was trying to guess what kind of ring, because at first I thought it was like just a ring that you put on the finger, and the Lord said no. And then I thought of calling, like the phone call ring, and the Lord says yes, call. And so I was thinking, which ways does he call? And then I thought of a trumpet. He said yes. And then he says the call of the last trumpet. So I already knew that this was going to be the last call of the trumpet. And this is what I got from this vision of an Asian little girl in a school dress. In a time where few will notice, for all will be wrapped up in themselves. For much of the world will have so many worries in their lives, they do not see the big, massive wave that comes. For they will not be in a secure place, for much fire will burn in the highest palaces, and much chaos in the streets. For all hospitals will be fuller than full, dressing the wounds of the inflicted. So, and then if you want to know, in Revelations, the seventh trumpet, which is the last trumpet, it is on Revelations chapter 11, verse 15 through 19, if you want to read the seventh trumpet. And that's what I received from the Lord. Now, I'm going to make other videos, so stick around. I'm going to start with the 4 horsemen, and then I'm going to do a lot with the world government, because the Lord talks so much about the world government, and I have so many visions dealing with conversations with the Lord with this new coming government. I also have but I do have some of the Antichrist. I also have some dealing with the false prophet, and I'm going to go over them kind of singly. I'm going to go to different visions throughout. And anyway, that was one of the visions, and I'm going to bring you lots more if you're interested in listening. Until next time, bye.